Hi, I'm Kevin Alderton, and this is our video, 5 minutes for contractors. I'm a director of X5 Chartered Accountants, and we are part of the Zenadin Group. Firstly, a quick disclaimer, this is only for guidance. Please don't rely upon this in isolation. If you're unsure, take advice. We offer it, as do many other firms. This is a brief video for contractors. I've got a fuller consideration of all the issues on our video, IR35, the new landscape, which is available on our website. So this is for contractors only. These are people who work as contractors for other companies. If you're an employer, we have other videos designed specifically for you. So the new rules apply. There are new rules which commenced in April 2021. They seem to apply to everyone, but there is an exemption for small employers. I put the exemptions there. You can read them at your leisure and stop the video if you want, but there are different options for other types of organisation. But fundamentally, if these apply to the person who is the end user, the person the work is being done for, then the rules have not changed in April 21. And if that's the case, we recommend that you use a personal service company, and I'll explain that in my video for small employers. I put a link there for the government status check, which is known as the CEST, and then the rest of this video really applies to contractors who are working for large employers. And a large employer is anyone who doesn't qualify as small. And the new rules state that the end user, i.e. that large corporation, the person who's using the service, they make the decision irrespective of how many other intermediaries there are. So it doesn't matter which agency or what chain of people you're working through, it's the end user, the eventual user of your services, they have to make the decision. And the employers need to decide whether it applies. Fundamentally, they're deciding if you were working for them directly, would you be classed as an employee or a contractor? And generally, employers tend to decide that if there's a remotest chance that there's a grey area or any argument that you are within IR35, they will determine you are within. And there's a simple reason for that, which is if they determine that you are not within IR35 and HMRC decides you are, they are liable for your tax and national insurance. It's not a risk that large corporations are simply prepared to entertain. There are appeal procedures. You can't go to HMRC. They will say it's a matter for the employer. And so in practice, these have no teeth, and I think they're unlikely to succeed, but by all means try if you're in that situation. So the effective options are no more work, by which I mean that some large corporations have now decided they're not going to use external contractors anymore. They will either use their own employees or other companies for whom people are employees, not contractors, because it goes down the chain. So they have to make sure that everybody's working for them is subject to PAY and national insurance. A few companies, and we have had examples, will decide that if there's a long-term contractor, they will simply make them an employee. They'll probably pay them less, but of course there are benefits for the individual because you'll get the benefits of employment. But much more commonly, they will insist that you either use an umbrella company or what I would describe as a controlled personal service company. The impact of the contractor is that you're likely to lose net earnings, and that's for several reasons. You will be charged the employer's NI. You'll potentially charge the apprenticeship levy and, of course, the umbrella company fees. And the amount by which you're worse off can vary, but the maximum figure I've seen is 25%. In any case, in any circumstance, you are likely to be significantly worse off than you were before the changes. There are companies, you'll see them if you do a quick Google on the internet, offering all sorts of wacky alternatives. Firstly, I would be very cautious about these because I've seen some where they're quite clearly wrong. There's some others which may be accurate and have legs, but in practice, most of the employers, certainly the larger corporations, will not have any truck with them. And if you want to continue your contract with them, generally they will say you use this specific umbrella company or perhaps a choice of two, or we will do what's a controlled personal service company. And this is where there is nominally a personal service company, but it's entirely managed, usually by one of the umbrella companies. And this has some attractions in that you may have a slightly better return rate than you would with the pure umbrella company, and that's to do with the mechanical treatment of the apprenticeship levy and employer's national insurance. I don't go into detail on that here, but generally you'll be offered one of those options and possibly two companies. Can you fight it legally? Probably not, but it depends on the contract. You may have a generous employer who increase their rate, but often not. I know there have been cases taken at ACAS, and some contractors have been really upset about this and have tried various mechanisms. As far as I'm aware, all of those cases have failed, but I suggest we watch this space. I hope this has been helpful. Please contact us. I put my email address and our firm's number there if you'd like any more help or advice. Please do review this if you'd like to, and also thank you for watching.